recently, I can't recall exactly when, but we've now updated the DAO webpage to show our latest DAO member, James Katz. So, for anyone that's unaware, James has been a member of the Zcash Brazil team, I think, since it began, and he's the developer of DizzyBot, which is the Zcash tipping bot which we use in the server. He also runs ZecForceit. So, yeah, he's very knowledgeable about developing apps with Zcash. He won last year's hackathon. And so, yeah, he's a round of applause. He's a great addition to the DAO. Um, I think he'll be like super helpful in um, like analyzing some of the proposals we receive and stuff like that. So welcome, James. Um, yeah, recently we've had another proposal in to support Zcash Korea. So, I don't know if we mentioned this last time, but we had a grant proposal from Ogaski or Zcash Ghana, and we are now funding this project for the next 3 months, I believe. And so, yeah, congrats to Ogaski. I've been speaking with him, just letting him know like the process, posting a report to the forum, and all of this. So for the DAO members, yeah.
I just want to add, I'm really excited for Ogaski, mainly being because he's been very tenacious. He's been in the community for well over a year, and he hasn't given up. And I'm really excited that he has this opportunity to build up his team, and I'm happy that the DAO funded this. So congrats, Ogaski, and good luck.
Yeah, the dude is unstoppable. I think it'll be good to harness the energy of Zcash Ghana to move Zcash forward. Yes, so Zcash Ghana starting this month. I think we're just sorting through like the details of how much he requires to organize venues, food and merch for his event this month so that we can like pay a portion of it upfront. I'll share details with the DAO. And lastly, here we have Zcash Korea. I think this is a proposal for 4 months. And so this is currently open for the next day. If you're a DAO member and you haven't voted yet, please do. Yeah, take a look through the proposed activities and make your assessment. Cool. With that, we've had a fairly busy 2 weeks with the tasks that we've been doing. So these are the ZecHub contributors. We started making payments for our Namada bounty program. I think Main and Tron were the first to receive their bounties. So congrats to them. Yeah, Main made a really cool video on Namada keychain. I think Dismad was in contact with the Namada super team, or what's it called?
I'm part of the Namada support staff. They call them squids or something. But yeah, I shared the video with them and got some really good excitement about it. But yeah, check out that video. It's posted on our Twitter. I thought it was very well done. I'm super impressed with Maine, and I hope they keep up the great work. And I just want to throw out there, in terms of next task, that I'd like to see for Namada is for someone to create a task for displaying the shielded graphs. We have the total supply, but we don't have the shielded supply, and that information is all in the GitHub already. So if there's anyone in the community that would like to do that, that would be something that I'd like to see done.
So shielded graphs for Namada. Chart. So the data we have here is for transparent assets, right?
That is showing the total supply. It's transparent and shielded. But in the JSON in the GitHub, it differentiates between that and the shielded supply, which is different.
Okay. Just 1 second. Let me change the. My laptop's lagging. 1 sec.
While you're doing that, I just want to thank all the folks that are delegating to ZecHub. We have over 2 million Namada tokens delegated to ZecHub, so that's more than I ever imagined. So thanks to those supporters. Appreciate it.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Thank you to the supporters. If you have Namada or you're interested in holding it, then consider delegating it to our validator. And yeah, for the devs in the call, you can see we have the total supply. This is what's shown on the graph. And I guess you could use the same chart components to display the shielded supply for each asset as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a smaller lift, but we have the data. Let's display it and start educating.
Just quickly before we move on, Dismad, you recently mentioned something about Lockbox
Yes, thank you, Squirrel.
and the dashboard. Yeah.
This was an idea for the hackathon. It came to me this morning. So we already have the display of the amount of Zec, but I was thinking of a Lockbox dashboard as either a separated app or a dedicated website. And what this can show is not only this information, but the amount in dollars, or a Lockbox market cap or something similar. And it can also show the number um, of grants that have been approved and whether they've been paid out, and all these different statistics that could be very useful for the community. So that's a very interesting way of, because you do have to connect the node to this data to get this data, the amount of Zec on the Lockbox. And I just thought that was a good application for a potential hackathon participant. So I just wanted to share.
Thank you. And on that point, I guess we can discuss the hackathon. So yeah, we have just over 2 weeks remaining in the hackathon. I'm actually curious to hear from everyone in this chat if they are participating, if they aren't participating, maybe some of the reasons. So it's completely open. Feel free to turn on your mic. Who's getting involved with this? Okay, so we have Tron here. We've got QDev. We've got Jenith. These are the devs. Are you running Zcash infrastructure? You can type in chat. It's completely fine. I'm still running my ZebRD node. Okay. Not me per se. Got some devs in my college involved. Nice one. Thank you, Kento. Hey guys, yeah, I will be running in this year's hackathon. I'll be building on the app I began last year. Cool. So yeah, that was the messaging app, I think. And so yeah, my recommendation is to use Zingolib. Using Zingolib, your messaging app could be like you could make a distributable which anyone could install and run on their desktop, maybe even their mobile, in which they just connect to a Lightwalletd and begin sending messages. Like, it's very doable. Zingolib, exactly. And if you have questions like this, please just like feel free to mention it in the chat, or you can DM me or Dismad. And yeah, we really want to see good submissions this year. Cool. Going back to some of the tasks from the past 2 weeks. Um, yeah, I think it was last meeting we got some feedback from Michael that we should be using links for our weekly newsletter. We should be using links which are provided by the global community projects themselves. So for anyone that's doing the newsletters, what I recommend is to check the curation channel in exactly. Yeah, Michael's just shared the link. How do I use Zingolib and Lightwalletd though? Okay, so Zingolib is a library. There's Zingocli, which is a command line interface which allows you to create addresses. Yeah. And I think the command is zingocli -- help, and it will show you all of the commands which you can use to like specify a Lightwalletd RPC URL to connect to. You can even have a list of available Lightwalletds. So, or Lightwalletd servers rather. Where do we go? Zcash tech. Light wallet nodes. Okay, and here is the list, I think. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, something that I'm hoping to get done before the end of this month is to have a ZecHub Lightwalletd server going. That's my target for the end of this month, or maybe to have 2 servers going and public that people can be testing with. For the devs in here, ZecHub tasks aren't the only way that you can earn Zcash. We recently shared that. Where's it gone? Earn Zcash. Yeah, here we are. So, yep, I think it was 11 days ago. There's this post from the person that runs the Zcash Light Wallet infrastructure. that he's giving away upwards of $100 per month in Zec to anyone running a reliable Light Wallet server. So if you can figure out how to run a Light Wallet server, if you get good uptime, you're going to be rewarded in Zcash. So yeah, this is a good way to um, like branch out beyond ZecHub, begin working with other ecosystem projects, and support the network. Cool. And yeah, I think I was working with, this might have been, yeah, with Jay and Kelly. Um, Something I've been trying to nail down recently is getting really good audio and video in our demos or tutorials. And so, like at least recently, in the past month or two, we've received video submissions, but it's hard for even Veto to correct like bad audio or something. So we're really going to be asking people to, if you're making a submission, to have the best video quality and the best audio quality possible. Cool.
Yeah, you should be able to adjust that in the export settings on the application you use. Try to use the best quality that your computer will allow you to do.
Yeah, and we had someone new join. I think his name is Othi Designs, and his posters have been really cool. So it's good to see new people joining the community, and yeah, invite, if you know people that are like really good at something, send them an invite, help them earn Zec, and yeah, keep it moving. Awesome. So yeah, I guess we could talk about other stuff that we've been up to. I've been helping out. I don't know if I should share this. It's got my address on it, but I've been helping out get some merch prepared. I know Dan's in here. It hasn't arrived yet, Dan. But I received a notification that I might need to go to the post office and pay extra customs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're still on the early side of what the kind of estimation time was anyway. If I recall right, I think even on the earliest it said 15th, so it's only been a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's anything I can help with, or like I said, with the costs and everything, let's just circle up separately. Yeah, thank you for spearheading this. Should we tell folks what it's for?
Yeah.
So yeah,
go ahead. You first.
Okay, sure. Yeah, ZCD is sponsoring this event called Dark Prague in Prague at Paralini Polis. Is that, I think, or the Institute of Crypto Anarchy? We'll have a booth. We're gonna have a bunch of Zcashers there. We'll be onboarding folks to Zashi. Squirrel's gonna be there. Zero Darts. The AV Club is involved. They'll have a little recording station down in the basement, and we're really excited about this. It's a lot of people from the ecosystem got their hands in it, and it should be a really cool event.
Yep, looking forward to it. And yeah, I think there's also going to be a ZK AV Club recording station happening. And yeah, this is really cool to see, like Zcash getting involved with events.
Should try and get more UAs for the shielded newsletter, Squirrel. That'd be a good opportunity to sign people up.
Yeah, do you know, I do need to fix that shielded newsletter. So I took the original version down because it was running on Zcash and like it obviously ran into some syncing error and crashed. So I made a new version that uses Zingolib, and yeah, it's nearly done. I just need to get that newsletter ready. Good idea. I'll try and get it done this week. What else? We've got some updates from Vito. By the way, Zcash on Espanol also have a Dework Tasks. Exactly, yeah. Thank you, Auditor. There's tasks available for Espanol community. I think here. And something else we've been, or at least I've been seeing recently, is many people are creating their own tasks. So, like, I'm super happy that this is continuing. I think QDev and SpeedFox, massive shout out to you two. You've been doing a lot of work on the wiki, like correcting things. You've just been going through, like, they've been going through the site. Excuse me. They've been going through the site, finding issues, solving the issues themselves, and requesting like a retroactive bounty. And I think this has been working super well. If you check out ZecHub Wiki at the moment, everything loads really, really quick. Like, let's try exchanges. It's probably going to lag because of the screen share. But if you try it on your own device, it's going to be like super quick, everything loading quickly. Many of the markdown issues on the site have been solved. I think we're about 80% there. Like in terms of working pages. So I'm very happy with this so far. And yeah, who knows? I think what I'm hoping to do is to close out ZecHub Wiki as like as a priority project for ZecHub by the end of the year. Like, I think we've collected all of these documents. Like, I'm open to hear what people think, but we've got all the docs together. We have a site that looks good and almost functions 100%. And so, like, it would be good to hand it off to the community and say, here is your open source wiki, make contributions, and like we can reduce sorry, we can reduce like the amount of development that's going on, that's going into the site, and focus it elsewhere, right? I think that would be
Yeah,
good.
I like that idea. And everyone on the call, like, if you could just go through the site, and if you notice something, help us get this up to par. More eyes is better than one set. So let's keep this up to date, and yeah, we can move on to bigger and better things.
I like that idea. In that scenario, people who you guys would still have control over approving changes, right? So it's just sort of like an oversight thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like happy to, if there's a DAO member or two who want to, take that on and manage it, that would be great. It's kind of the idea, is to spread the workload to other folks that are more focused on it, so we can start, going in different new directions as needed.
Yeah. I think it was even mentioned last meeting that we should be adding all the DAO members as like contributors on the ZecHub on the ZecHub GitHub, like to have DAO members actually able to make changes to the GitHub as required. But yeah, we'll think about that later. um, let me find Vito's updates. Or Vito, if you wanna read through them, if you wanna go through your updates, just looking for them. Right, so here we have Vito's updates. We've been updating Substack free to ZX. I think someone's got some feedback. Can we mute that someone? Okay, yeah, we've been going through the Substack, Free to Z, X, Blue Sky, and Mastodon channels. We published the Arbris call shorts and summaries. We held the Hackathon call last Wednesday and published a recording to YouTube along with shorts highlighting key moments. We released a call to action article about the ZecHub Hackathon on Substack. We kept the Discord updated with news and maintenance updates. We've also been working on scheduling this Friday's town hall about coin holder directed retroactive grants. Jason and Alex are confirmed. We're hoping Josh can make it on Friday. Dismad recorded the latest tutorial for cross-pay. It's currently being edited, soon to be published. We've had
Awesome.
meetings. Yeah, had to move quick on that one.
Thank you.
We've had meetings with some ecosystem entities to help guide their future projects, including brainstorming sessions where we're already providing support. We are overseeing the integration with Shapeshift and providing support, answering questions as well. And tutorials in production for next week. So yeah, I think he means the NIM. Is it the NIM tutorial? Which we had some corrupted files there. Okay. By the way, thanks for everyone who joined the hackathon call last week. I think it went quite well. So open floor. If anyone wants to ask questions, talk about tasks, talk about the wiki. Yeah, go ahead.
Just want to encourage everyone to check out the new Zashi private cross payment. It's really a good UX update. So take some time to check it out and give feedback so we can make it even better. Yeah, I just wanted to say.
Just
Thanks,
another.
Dismad. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just I appreciate that, Dismad, and yeah, please, we love getting feedback.
We did add some shorts to our YouTube too, so take a look at those, share them, and if there's any tutorials or particular areas that we could focus on that folks would like to see, please let us know, and we can tackle that.
You can use Shielded Zec to pay for very many things and services now, if they accept BTC, ETH, etc., or Ethereum Classic. The world is open.
Yeah, it effectively hides the calculation in your head about how much Zec to use. You just focus on what you're trying to pay for, and it's a clever strategy.
It is. I've been thinking about this a lot. and I like it. But there are some drawbacks. So you can hold Zcash privately. I've forgotten what the quote is. So was it Josh that said it? Like, pay for any. They get paid. You remain private or something like that, right? Um, it's really cool. You can just pay someone, they receive whatever they want, and you retain your privacy. Um, and I think this is like a massive advancement in what you're able to do with Zcash. However, we mustn't lose like the momentum that we've had in pushing for people to accept Zcash, right? Like, to some degree, there has to be a Zcash economy in which people are receiving Zcash and spending it as well.
I agree. And as a perfect example of what's possible, uh, Mark from Labs created the Zcash radio. If you haven't seen that thread, please check it out. It's a very creative way to discover not only folks who like music, but also just discovering music you may have not have heard before. And it allows a way to tip shielded tips. I just think, in general, shielded tips is a huge untapped use case. And then that's Zec to Zec, shielded to shielded. So to your point, Squirrel, that it's a huge use case, and I think more people just need to kind of discover how it works. But once they do, I think it'll click and it'll be huge.
It's an interesting paradigm. Like, like Zero Dots is saying soon the other way is going to be possible, where someone else can pay in their preferred currency and you receive Zcash. Interoperability is important. I believe that having more chains can enhance decentralization and help it gain traction. Very true. 100%. It would also be good if more organizations did the opposite of what we did, swapping to receive other current cryptocurrencies in secure addresses. Swapping to receive. Yeah, it's coming soon. And I think it'll be like even better when Near Intent has support for shielded addresses. It's not easy for every chain to add privacy. Oh, by the way, Michael, I've been chatting with OpenVaps, and we think next week we're going to have our community call with them. So yeah, fingers crossed next week we hold the event. It's not easy for Yes, Dan?
Oh, on that point you made, I think you're right, Squirrel, like about not, yes, this is cool. I do see that as a drawback as well. The thing you pointed out, we do need to continue pushing for people to accept Zec. I'm of the like the opinion that, you can't convert everybody. So this is like super valuable in that way. But also, I just wanted to say, sometimes I think about it in the way that you could use it as a potential opportunity to, let's say, at least for cross pay, and you want to pay someone, there's still the opportunity where it's like, oh, do you accept Zcash? No. Okay, well then let's still get this payment done and get the business transaction completed, or whatever type of transaction. But it started with the asking of the question, right? And then you've maybe planted a seed potentially, and as more and more people do that, they might go, oh, well, maybe I should accept Zec, and then they add it to their list of currencies they do accept. So that, sometimes I think about it that way, where you could use it as like an onboarding opportunity as well, and you kind of get both.
For sure.
And then it'll play
definitely.
out, however. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really will. Um, yeah, just even seeing that someone was able to pay privately, and you still got whatever like Dogecoin or whatever thing, um, it will open a lot of people's eyes. When the store of value features kick in, then Bitcoin is in trouble. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think we covered just about everything. So things to look out for. We've just made a post on X. We have the town hall coming up on Friday, and this is about coin holder directed retroactive grants. And we'll be asking people from Shielded Labs, Zcash Foundation, maybe ECC. We'll be asking them what coin holder directed grants is and what types of things the community can expect to be voting for, um, and maybe some detail on upcoming network upgrades. Did I forget anything?
For
I
the
think you got it.
spaces, we can circle back on. Oh, sorry, Disman.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, for the spaces, maybe we just can circle back on this later, but making the Zcash account the co-host so we get bigger reach, even if nobody speaks from it, which is preferable in my opinion. But that's up to you guys. But if I think that and spreading the reach, so if that's something, let's try to tee that up for the next one.
Okay. I like Zcash as a life raft insurance for shielded wealth. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's seen, but I think in the UK they're planning to put a limit on the amount of stablecoin that you're able to hold. And so that kind of seems like
What do they call that? Squirrel stable chaos?
uh, stable chaos. I was gonna say like I don't know, maybe like the government is trying to prevent you from storing a certain amount of value. They want to keep the economy. I don't know. Who knows? I'll leave that for later. Um, but yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Stable chaos. Um, yeah, thanks everyone for joining. I will see you hopefully on Friday. So take care.